Hi and welcome to Gamers Web. Today we're going to carry on our look at Star Wars Legion, the Star Wars miniatures game from Fantasty Flight Games, and we're going to look at the General Veers Commander Expansion. This expansion has been out for quite a while now. This was one of the first releases after Wave 1, and this was the first Commander pack that was issued to let you play someone other than Darth Vader or Luke Skywalker in your forces. And let's jump straight in. Okay, so we have the artwork on the front cover showing Julian Glover. Quite a nice picture of him inside of an AT-AT. And on the back we have the components, which is the commander, these 3 command cards, some tokens, and he also gets these upgrade cards as well. And there's some extra rules in here and the miniature. Okay, so we'll have a look in. Now, I've already taken the lid off and had a look inside to check that everything is there. So let's just jump straight in. Right, so here's what we get. Empty box. Right, so first up we have the miniature itself, which I'm just going to quickly take out. It comes in 4 pieces, main body and the head and 2 arms, and I'm just going to quickly put it together. As always, I would suggest gluing this miniature together rather than just snap fitting it, because although it does dry fit quite well and there are only a couple of seam lines, it could do with glue. And here we have the miniature itself. One second, if I just get it to the right angle. So the actual facial details is very good. It looks very much like Julian Glover, who you may recognise from Game of Thrones, because he's one of the characters in Game of Thrones, which is now just finished. Okay, so that's a quick look at the miniature. We get our rules pack, which basically shows you how he goes together, which we've just seen. And then it's got the expanded rules, and here we have rules for Guardian, Immune to Deflect, Inspire, Sharpshooter and Spotter. And we have our various cards, which is our proof of purchase. Always really important to keep all your proof of purchase, just in case you have a problem with your product. I've had to send off to Fantasy Flight a couple of times to get something replaced, as it's been damaged or there's been a component missing, like my fleet. The last box of fleet that I bought, there was no cards in them. So they're very good at replacing things and very quick. Right, so this is our tokens for Veers, including his command dial. And then we have our cards, which we're going to have a quick look at. Okay, so is upgrade cards first. For 10 points, we have Commanding Presence. When issuing an order, you can extend the range to 4. Environmental Gear, you gain unhindered and ignore the effects of difficult terrain at 3, which is a really good one to have, especially if you're in an ATST and you need to get out. And then a Steam Leader, which gives you Guardian 1 and costs 5 points. Okay. And then Veers' cards. We'll start with the reverse and work backwards. So he's got Imperial Discipline, which is Veers in 2 units. When a friendly unit is issued an order, it may recover, which is a good card if you've got someone, say a sharpshooter, in one of your units. Evasive Maneuvers. For 2 vehicles, when a friendly vehicle unit is issued an order, it gains a dodge token. Friendly vehicles can send dodge tokens to cancel out critical results. And finally, for his 1, maximum firepower, which is just for Veers himself. At the end of Veers' activation, he may perform an attack using the following weapon. It's 4+, so it's an infinity range weapon, but no closer than 4. And it does 4 red dice damage. It's got impact 2 and it's immune to deflect. That's quite a nasty one. It's basically an off-board bombardment. Okay, and then here's Veers' card. He's 80 points, which puts him as like one of the cheapest options you can get in the game, because he's even cheaper than Leia. He's got Spotter 2. Choose up to 2 friendly units at range 1. Each chosen unit gains a name token. And these are free actions. You can do these every turn. So you can basically give give range, give the units that are closest to you an aim token every turn, 2 of them, which would be really cool. It's got Inspire 1. After the rally step, remove all up to 1 suppression token from another friendly unit at range 1 to 2. Precise 1, Sharpshooter 1. When performing a ranged attack, reduce the defender's cover by 1. So if they're in heavy cover, they come down to light cover. He's surging to crit on his defense, and he's got 5 wounds and 2 courage, and he's saving on a 1. Saving on a red. He's got a move of 2 and combat expertise of 2 black dice for his close attack, and his E11 blaster rifle is 1 to 3 with 3 white and pierce. And on the back of the card, we just got the keyword pierce. Okay, so that's a quick look at Veers. I'll put some pictures of the completed miniature into the video once I've finished it. Next, we're going to take a look at another character. This is an old one, so we're going to look at a new one. We're going to look at Commander Orson Krennic, Director Orson Krennic, sorry, from Rogue One. Okay, as always, I've been Mark, and thank you for tuning in to Gamers Web.